Hey, welcome back to KMMA. I'm Andy O.
I'm Khalil Deal.
And we're going to be bringing you our final face-offs thoughts and predictions for the the UFC 311 event at LA this Saturday night. And yeah, Beneil Dariush is no longer on this card to save the main event. I guess it was between Moicano and him, and you're not going to give a title shot to a guy that's coming off over 2 years off and that's been knocked out twice in a row. So Moicano it is, right? So good call, lucky for money, and let's go. So the first fight here will be it will be a Kevin Holland, surprise, surprise, getting another pay-per-view slot against Renier de Ridder. So me here, man, I'm gonna have to stick with Renier de Ridder. I think while he may take some damage trying to get Holland to the ground, I think he's going to be successful eventually, and he's going to take his time on the ground there. Be careful of Holland's sneaky submissions as well, and clamp on one of his own. So yeah, give me De Ridder by sub. What about you, real deal?
All right, man. Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with Renier de Ridder here. Of course, I like Kevin Holland, man. I told you he's one of the fighters that I enjoyed watching throughout his career, especially at the beginning when he was killing it and knocking people out and finishing people. But man, lately he just hasn't been very trustworthy. And I just don't know where his mind is at, man. Every fight, coming in this face-offs here, man, he was doing his usual, talking his shit to Renier de Ridder, and you could see Renier de Ridder's face here. He's like, yeah, okay, buddy, like, yeah, okay, like he was talking some shit. I don't know what he was saying. Um, Renier de Ridder's in really good shape, though. You can see his abs there, man. He's very, very ripped. He's taller than Kevin Holland. He's pretty muscular himself. Kevin Holland's not bad. He's in good shape as well there, but he's lean, but not as ripped and not as muscular as Renier de Ridder. I like that Renier de Ridder is bigger than him for a change there, so it's going to be an easy time for de Ridder to get him down, and I think that yeah, once de Ridder gets Kevin Holland on the ground, what Kevin Holland is just a fish out of water on the ground. He has a very hard time getting back up. He has a very hard time getting reverses or getting out of bad positions on the ground. So I could see a Renier de Ridder with a ground and pound or latching in a submission at some point. He just has to make sure that Kevin Holland doesn't catch him on the feet. So he's got to make sure that he gets this fight to the ground. Don't try to get into a striking battle with Kevin Holland, because Kevin Holland, that's where he's dangerous, is on the feet, man. He can land some serious punches. He's got some power. He can land some devastating elbows. So de Ridder's got to be careful here. But yeah, same thing. I got to go with Renier de Ridder by KO or submission. All right, moving on up the card. Next fight we got Jailton Almeida versus Sergey Spivak. That was supposed to be a J there, not a C there. It's Jailton Almeida
Oh,
against Sergey Spivak.
well,
So,
yeah. Yeah, so here, I have no confidence in Sergey Spivak anymore, so I'm gonna have to go with Jailton Almeida here. I think he's gonna overpower Spivak earlier on and imply his will. I think he's gonna really go for that sub here and actually end up winding up subbing out Sergey Spivak here, if not pounding him out. Spivak's probably better on the feet overall, but they're both not fantastic on the feet, and I don't see that much urgency ever in Spivak's game. Spivak looks a little thicker, I guess, but Almeida just has so much more muscle and juice, and I'm sure he can overpower Spivak when it comes to getting him onto the ground. But I just hope Spivak doesn't roll on top of him somehow, because Spivak knows like what he's doing down there as well. So yeah, give me knockout or sub by Almeida.
yeah, man. As I was mentioning, every time you see this guy come out, man, he's juiced up to the gills. Jailton Almeida is a beast, man. This guy is in phenomenal, phenomenal shape. He's huge. He's built. He's muscular. He's ripped. Man, the guy is just in great shape. Sergey Spivak is looking in better shape than I've seen him in the past. Looks a little bit leaner than he normally looks. Not as chunky, which is pretty good for him. He's obviously hitting the gym. You could see here. And so, yeah, good for Sergey to get himself in better shape because we've seen this guy look fat and out of shape and blubbery at times. So he definitely looks better. As far as the fight goes, man, of course I got Jilton Almeida by finish, man. As long as Jilton Almeida doesn't do anything stupid, like he did against fucking what's his name?
I keep on forgetting the.
Chris. Sorry, I'm losing track of his name now.
Doesn't matter.
No, no, no. Hold on, I got to get this because it was bugging me. Against Curtis Blades.
Oh yeah, Curtis Blades. Yeah.
So Jilton Almeida made that stupid mistake of hanging on to Blade's leg for like dear life. I don't know what was going through his mind, why he wouldn't let go of that leg. He wanted to get Curtis Blades on the ground, but like, buddy, it was over. Like, obviously, it wasn't working. Why are you still hanging onto his leg? Let go of the leg.
Thought he had a chance.
It's like let go of the leg, back up, and get back on your square back up, throw some punches, and then try to get him down again. But no, he stayed hanging on that leg. And then, like I mentioned before, Curtis Blaze just hammered the shit out of his head. Like he's not going to make a mistake like that, I don't think. Hopefully. And in this fight against Sergey, I think he's going to be quicker on the feet. He's going to move around. I think he's going to throw some leg kicks, throw some punches, and then quickly go for the takedown. And he'll catch Spivak off guard, get him down. Once he gets on top of Spivak, I think that his power and his size, it'll be hard for Spivak to like push him off or reverse him. And I think that that's where Jilton Almeida will get some ground and pound or get a submission. I got him to win by KO submission. I think he fucks up Sergey Spivak in this one. That is it. All right, moving on up to the next fight. We got Yuri Prochazka and Jamahal Hill. Yo, I watched an interview with Jamahal Hill, man. It was a pretty good interview with MMA Guru, and it was a pretty good interview. I really liked it. And Jamahal Hill says he's going to come out here and finish Yuri Prochazka. I don't think so. Yuri Prochazka is a beast, man. This guy is pretty fucking crazy. I think that you can see here that these guys are, they're pretty much the same size, pretty much the same build. I saw a little bit of a beard, a little bit of a belly there on Jamahal Hill, a little small belly there. He's got
He's been known to have a little belly going on.
yeah, a little chub belly there. Prochazka is just way more ripped. Way more in good shape there. He brought out a woman. I don't know who the woman was. I don't know if it's his mother or a
Yeah,
relative.
I don't know who that was either.
I think she had cancer or something like that because she had on the thing over her head there. So I think that's why he brought her out. But Yuri Prochazka, man, he's just an unpredictable beast. I like that he shaved off that antenna that he had, fucking the haircut that he used to have there with that antenna sticking up with his hair. I like that he's bald.
I like that because like no one else did, and he didn't care. He didn't care when he had it. That's why
You
he
know
had
what? Maybe it was bringing him bad luck. Maybe it was bringing him bad luck. Now he shaved it off. Let's see if he
it.
can win here tonight, tomorrow night, and let's see what happens. But I like Yuri Prochazka winning this one by finish. I got him winning by KO or submission. I think he finishes Jamahal Hill in this one here. Yeah, man,
Win, win.
Jamahal Hill has a chance to win. I mean, he could catch Prochazka with a very hard punch because like I said, Prochazka blocks with his head. He doesn't know
And
how to put his hands up.
when do you think he'll finish him?
Prochazka, I think he'll finish Jamahal Hill early in the fight. I think it's going to be like the early part of the second round. I think the first round they'll feel each other out. They'll throw a few punches. I don't think it's going to be that active in the first round. I think Prochazka a bit.
So you're predicting a calm Prochazka in the first round?
I think he's going to be a bit more calmer. I don't think he's going to go nuts. I think he's going to be a bit more calmer. Try to try to like size him up a bit and like throw a few jabs, throw a few punches here and there, some kicks. Jamahal Hill the same. But in the second round, I think that's where it's going to pick up and go crazy, and that's where I think Prochazka can get the finish.
All right, here, that's where I'm going to go with a little longer in the fight. I say it actually ends late in the fight in the third round, but I'm still going to stick with Sweet Dreams on this one. I say one of those long, powerful shots sneaks in on Prochazka and does a lot of damage, and he'll put him away after that. Also, because I feel like Yuri's taken just way too much damage. Uh, and how much can he continue to take? Hopefully, I'm wrong here, and hopefully, he didn't take too much already. But yeah, the pick is Jamahal Hill by knockout in the third round.
All right, we are in disagreement with this one. All right, so let's move on up to the next fight here. We got the co-main event, the Bantamweight Championship, Mirab Dvalishvili against Umar Nurmagomedov.
Okay, so Umar's going to be a little taller than Merab, obviously, but Merab has that crouching stance down right now, and he does have that white hat on, right? So it's not that much of a height difference, but he is going to be a little taller. Here, I'm sticking with the machine on this one for all the intangibles I talked about before. His unrelentlessness, I predict he's going to attempt 43 takedowns in this fight. I think his desire and his will to win is even gonna increase after he gets clipped by Khabib by Umar potentially, and yeah, I know Umar has fantastic skills, but I think Dvalishvili just has the drive, the tenacity, and the intangibles to put that uh, on the go for Umar. So give me a decision or knockout for Dvalishvili.
All right, well, definitely in disagreement here, man. I'm going for the younger, hungrier Umar Nurmagomedov here to get this win.
I think Marab is hungrier than him to defend it. Believe it or not.
We'll see, man. But Mirab, Topology has Umar at 5'8" and Mirab at 5'6", man. There's no way. Umar is way taller than Mirab here, even with that hat on. Take the
No,
hat.
I agree with that 5'8", 5'6". He's crouching down here, bro.
I think that Nurmagomedov is actually taller than Mirab by 3 inches, I think, or maybe even 3.5 inches, close to four.
Not gonna matter.
Much taller here. But anyways, don't let the shirt fool you. Nurmagomedov is in great shape.
Don't let that topology fool you either.
Like I said, man, all of these, all of the Russian fighters decided to keep their shirts on. I don't know why they did that at the Faceoffs, but I guess that's their thing. But Nurmagomedov is in good shape. Okay, now Mirab is also in great shape. You can see here he is muscular. He's ripped. He's always keeps himself in phenomenal shape. Mirab. He's got some power too. He's also very good with his cardio.
Oh, and unknockoutable.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. I like Nurmagomedov to win this fight here, and I got him winning by submission or decision. I don't think he Nurmagomedov doesn't have the knockout power to knock out Mirab, but I wouldn't say that Mirab's unknockoutable here.
Unknockoutable.
I'm sure somebody could knock him out, but it won't be Umar unless he catches him with something surprisingly. But Umar most likely is going to get this guy on the ground. They're both going to be scrambling a lot. This is going to be a very good fight, possibility of fight of the night, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
These guys are going to be high level grappling, high level skills on the ground here. But I just like Nurmagomedov's jiu-jitsu better than Dvalishvili. And I think that Nurmagomedov is going to catch Mirab in a bad position on the ground and latch in a submission. And I got Umar winning by submission or decision. I think the fact that Umar is going to have a lot of sub attempts, if this fight goes to decision, I think they'll give it to him because of the sub attempts that he'll try to attempt to sub Mirab if he survives those subs, and the ground time. I think he's going to be on top longer than Mirab will be on top of Umar. So for those reasons, I got Umar by sub or decision. All right. So we are in disagreement with this one here. Let's move on up to the main event of the evening. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We got Islam Makhachev against Money Moicano. Man, this is crazy because, now, like you said, Benil Dariush has no opponent now because Moicano stepped up to fight Makachev. So Benil Dariush is gone. I was hoping to see him and Moicano fight. Now we got him against Makachev. I don't think it's fair. I think Makachev is going to fucking destroy Moicano. He's just got the better punching and striking and the more power in his strikes. Moicano doesn't really, he's not a very good striker. We all know it. Everybody knows it. Moicano's got very good submissions, though. He's going to have to get this fight to the ground and try to, wrestle and fuck around on the ground with Makachev. And that's not a very smart thing to do with Makachev. Makachev is already a very good guy on the ground. He's very good at grappling, very good at wrestling, and he has subs of his own, too. So, very dangerous fight. I just think that, on the feet, where the fights always start, I think Makachev is going to land some hard punches on Moicano. Moicano is very susceptible to getting rocked. We saw it happen when he fought Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner almost knocked him out. If it wasn't for Jalen Turner being a moron and turning his back to Moicano and trying to do a walk-off home run knockout, and gave Moicano the chance to get back up, he would have knocked out Moicano. He fucking rocked him, had him on the ground. And also the fight against Benoit Saint Denis. Benoit Saint Denis rocked him a couple of times in that fight as well, if you guys remember. But I'm going to go with Makachev here. I still think he's going to win. He's going to still be the champ. He's going to beat Renato Moicano. Kudos and props to Moicano for stepping up on short notice to fight him, but he's not going to get the win, unfortunately, man. I'm going Makachev here. We'll talk about the betting, though. Moicano is now part of the dog list since Dariush is no longer there. I replaced him with Moicano. Huge dog money for Moicano. But
Yeah, I think one of Moicano's best chances here is the fact that he can't lose. That being said, yeah, I think it's going to be a very hard, tough task to dethrone Makachev as the champion here. He didn't prepare for this guy, like up until now, and it's just a very tall order. I think Makachev's striking is very good on top of his ground game, so it's going to be difficult for Moicano to catch him in some kind of striking situation. So I think he has to really keep it close, try to like get his back somehow wherever he is, and look for that sub because that's probably the best path for him. But I just think Makachev is going to pull it off and potentially knock Moicano out, maybe a knockout or a sub. But I think Moicano's going to put up a tough fight. He's going to try in there. But Makachev, I say Makachev takes it. Yeah, knockout or a sub.
yeah, I think Makachev wins by knockout or submission.
The 5-round fight. Well, once he establishes his range more, Moicano gets a little tired, gets a little sloppier on the feet. It's not going to be looking good for Moicano, I don't think.
Yeah, and then Moicano's gas tank, I think, in the later rounds too, if it gets there, will be a problem. And Makachev, if it goes to decision, I'd be surprised. But if it does go to decision, I think Makachev will win by decision. I think he could win anyway, a knockout, sub, or decision. So we got Makachev winning here. There you have it, folks. Our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the main card. Stay tuned for official bets coming up next. And
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe as always.
peace out, folks.